I'm working as a senior business analyst, right? So my and as Sarah Beshwa suggested, a BA works on multiple features, projects at the same time. So my life is like that only. My day starts around 9 a.m. IST, wherein I check my emails, I go through my emails. So we are working with the UK client. So the UK client, day ends close to 8 9 p.m. our time. So my day closes around 6 7. So there are some emails that I will get in the and I'll get to see them in the morning. I'm a person who do not check her emails on Outlook after shutting down my system. So next day, when I log in at the start of the day, I'll go through my emails and I respond on the emails. My first meeting starts around 10:30. 10:30, we have this internal scrum, a sync up call, wherein the developers and testers come together and discuss what they are doing, how are they progressing, and so on and so forth. The thing is, though the session was supposed to be a stand up, what we do is, as a BA, we join this call and ask them if they have any doubts, any blockers, or if they need any help from a BA. And sometimes we join it to get a status update from our development teams and testing teams on the progress of different user stories that we are working on. At 11 o'clock, I catch up with other BAs who are working in my team, and we kind of discuss, where are things, different interactions are there. So if they are having any blockers, if they are facing any challenges to sort out the issues, if they have received a new issue, we kind of discuss how to respond to the client and what they can do to progress further. So kind of remove their blockers. 11:30 to 12:30, we have a dedicated time slot to discuss the new requirements. So I'm working on a feature and the team is assisting me in writing the user stories for the feature. So I review their user stories. In case I need to do further analysis, you know I tell them what to do. I explain the requirements to them, and I sort of assist them in writing the user stories and proceed on that particular feature. 12:30 to 1:30 is the time when we either set up grooming sessions with the team, wherein we go through the user stories we have written and bring our development team and testing team up to the same understanding, or I am preparing for the meetings, or I am writing user stories for some other feature. So that is roughly the time when we work on uh, analysis part of the requirements. Then around 1:30 or so, we have our BA meeting. So by this time, our UK counterparts have joined us. So we go through, where we are, what we are doing on. So it's an internal BA catch up. Uh, we are working in a large digital transformation project. So there are many BAs, 8 to 10 BAs who are working on this project, both onshore and offshore. So we kind of catch up on it. After this, we have our catch up with our manager, wherein he looks at the board and he sees where things are, and he let us know, in case he's expecting us to progress on some item, or we let him know if we are not able to progress on some of the item, and we try to resolve the concerns, and basically discuss on the development and testing progress. After that, we have our internal scrums with our clients. So there are 3 to 4 scrums going on, and I'm since I'm working on parallel requirements, so I have to join all these scrums. So the client has set up different scrums. So one is document scrum, one is feature team scrum, there is another pricing scrum. Other different teams are looking into different types of requirements, so we join those scrums. After that is the time when we get uh, time from our clients to discuss on any new requirements or any requirements which we need to progress on. So that's the time we catch up with our clients. So we have roughly 2 to 3 hours wherein we go into the meetings, we discuss the requirements, and we try to get as many inputs as possible from them. And the day ends by rechecking the emails that I have received throughout the day. And in case my development team has any queries or testing team has any queries, we catch up on those, we revert on those. If we have done any meetings with the client, I share minutes of meetings with them, and kind of prep for the next day. So that is how my day to day profile looks like, my day to day work looks like. So the aspect is, things, multiple things are going in at the same time, so you have to keep track of all the things, keep on top of the things. That's very crucial. um, you might be working on, there will be some emails chains that are going through. You have to keep an eye on those, you have to keep track on those, whether they are progressing or not. um, there can be new requirements, new features that are being developed, either you are in product team or on implementation team, or any kind of work you are doing. So uh, you, as a BA, you will not be working on a single piece of item. So it will never happen that you say that, I'm working on this business requirement document or functional requirement document, or I am working on this feature, and that's it. I will be looking into this only, no matter how big the feature is. A BA is usually involved in multiple things at the same time. Since we are client in a client facing role, so even if we are not responsible for something, let's say production support, but still client will try to reach out to us and say that, I'm facing this issue, can you help me out, can you let me know what's the process to get this information, or what's the process to proceed further on it. So they can come up with their training needs, they can come up with their queries, how things will work going forward, or n number of queries can come your way. So you have to be looking into those. Plus you will be looking into the features which are allocated to you. And as Sarah Beshwa suggested, multiple features will be in different life cycles or different stages of the process. So development team will be working on the stories which you have written in the past, so they will be coming to you with their queries. Testing team will be working on the stories which development team has already developed, and that you have worked 3-4 weeks back. So they will be coming up with your queries as well. They might be asking you to review their test cases, or if that's part of the process, to review the test scenarios. um, and then you will be working on the current items, as well as you will be prepping for the items which you will be discussing in near future, in a week's time, or 2 weeks time. So different requirements will be in different phases, and you will be working in parallel on all of those. So be ready for that, if you are an aspiring BA. So thanks everyone, thanks for giving me time to share my journey. Thanks a lot.